Hi, everybody. Welcome to CastorsCorner.com. So happy to have you guys here today. My name is Khalil. I'm your host today, and every day. Come on, I'm the only one here. Go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery of these figures. I'm pulling my beard. I don't have one anymore. Go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery of these figures. And follow us. We are at Cast. Sorry. Internet was down. I found a loose thing on the floor. I'm really distracted. ADHD is kicking in. Trying to get trying to get everything sorted. I'll just ask. If anybody knows, there's a picture close up on my Instagram. If anybody knows what this sucker is, I am sorting my Star Wars toys, and this fell out of a box where it belonged and ended up on the floor. And so I am now trying to figure it out. So head over to our live chat's off. I don't know why. Head over to our Instagram and leave a note if you know what this is. And you can check out the Cornercast podcast on Apple Podcasts. This week with our friend Vincent from Vasco Toys, and last week talking Star Wars with our friend Lacey Gillerin. So we continue our Star Wars week with two more figures. One I bought, one I got from Hasbro. So thank you, Hasbro, for sponsoring this review in a way. I was on the fence with these. I'll be honest with you. I did not pre-order them. It was not something I felt like I necessarily needed for myself. I thought I appreciated what they were, and I appreciate for the fans what they are. So Hasbro sent us over the Star Wars Lucas 50th anniversary Greedo figure, and it is not what you expect. He does not match the card art on the front or the back. I like that they have the pictures from the film on the back of the card. These are both from A New Hope. Here's the Obi Wan card, and here's the back of the Obi Wan card. The famous little battle. You strike me down line. And so I honestly wasn't going to get these. Like, they were not something I was interested in from a collection perspective. I have somewhat stricter rules with Star Wars. I know it seems like I don't, because we've been doing a lot of Star Wars and it's varied all over the place. But yeah, so Star Wars is I have a weird relationship with it. I grew up watching it. It was like the first thing that I remember like being nuts about. I remember my bowl of popcorn, air popcorn that we used to pop on top of the microwave. Not microwave, we didn't have a microwave. On top of the washing machine that was in the kitchen or in our pantry. Sitting down in front of the TV, the big console TV, pressing the button on the little box to go to HBO, and sitting down and watching Star Wars. And that scene where Vader walks through the white hallway, and just falling in love with the series. And it continued throughout my lifetime. The toys, I don't think I was as passionate about Star Wars toys growing up as I was about Superpowers or Thundercats or Bionic 6. So I have fond memories of them, and I have pockets here and there where they are. I remember in high school, my mom taking me to KB Toy Works and seeing Power of the Force and thinking investment. Those did not pan out. And I didn't open any of them. I had like a complete collection. I ended up literally just giving them away at one point. 3 huge garbage bags, 1 truckload of toys. And I had rules, and I continue to have rules with Star Wars. And this one kind of falls in that. Repaints, recolors, redecos aren't something I would normally get. But Hasbro sent me one, and then Bill bought another one and made me want it. So thank you, Bill, for this. And so let's take a look at Greedo first. So I never had Greedo growing up. I definitely did not have the green one. I was a little bit too young for the early bird special and the early waves. So this Greedo here, I don't believe I ever owned. And the idea that he was bright lime green and these different colors. But there's a fondness for this. There's a fondness for the vintage character. There's a fondness for the vintage figure. And usually, like the Star Wars team said, they take the modern looks and apply them to vintage. Well, this time they took vintage looks and applied it to Black Series. And so I really like the fact that they did that. His hands, they're big, they're huge, the big fingers. So he doesn't hold his weapon too well. It's a little bit loose. Actually, it's pretty tight hair. But when you pose him out, it has a little wiggle to it. So just be careful, because then you're going to end up losing pieces like I do and not knowing where they go. So I like it. It's cool. It's a little gimmicky. I probably would have kept him on the card if I didn't want to do pictures for him and pose him out. I don't know where he'll fit in my collection. He might end up being a desk toy. He might be something that kind of sits or hangs out on top of a raptor at some point, or rides MODOK's chair. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but I think it's pretty good. It definitely borrows from the original vintage, or the original Black Series Greedo in the head sculpt and such. No vest for this guy, but it's a solid figure. No problems with it. I think it was pretty good. I apologize, for some reason the live chat's not working, so if you're trying to type anything, it's not there for me. So the other figure I blame Bill for. I was not going to get the Obi Wan, and then I saw the new real scan head on this Obi Wan. If you want a good close-up of him, you can head over to castorscorner.com. The link's below in the article. And so I wasn't going to get this guy. And then I saw Bill do a head swap where he took this head and put it on the original Black Series Obi Wan figure, and God, does it look so much better. It looks so much like Sir Alec Guinness. And so I wanted to get it. Well, once it was released on Amazon, it went from a $20 figure up to a $90 figure, and I was not going to pay $90 for a head swap. So I waited and waited and waited, and then I had a sleepless night the other night, and there were damaged box returns for $17. I got this puppy for $17, and he was on a mint card. I mean, besides the Amazon sticker on the back, this card is perfect. There's no cuts, there's no scrapes. I mean, it's punched, but other than that, I mean, it is pristine. So whoever returned this as a damaged product, thank you. It's got the opaque lightsaber like the original. I actually remember getting or seeing this in a store in McCrory's, which was, it's got plastic inside. I did not even know that, so it doesn't rub. McCrory's was a store in Connecticut. I don't know if it was further than Connecticut, but it reminded me a lot of today's Five Below. It had a lot of stuff in it. I got a lot of Bionic 6 there. I got a lot of Star Wars there. They just had bins of figures, just like sitting, just like they do at Five Below. And so I remember seeing this guy during Return of the Jedi days and thinking, that's not what Obi-Wan looks like, but I don't have an Obi-Wan, so I kind of want it. And I don't think I got it. But they were pretty cheap at the time. I don't know, 99 cents. Kind of insane. He does come with the old school vinyl cape, which is really cool. Have to be careful with it. And when I did open it, it did have that new toy plastic smell, which just brought back all kinds of memories. I think it's a solid figure. I honestly bought this just for the head, 100%. And it's definitely getting swapped onto my old one, maybe for now, because I know they're going to re-release them at some point like that. So I don't know. I'm pleasantly surprised by both of these figures. I think they're really nice. Thank you, Hasbro, for sending over to Greedo. I am not sorry I paid $17 for him, to be honest with you. And I think they're great additions to the collection. I think they're going to go different places. I don't think they're going to go in my general display. They might go on a shelf like this with random figures. They might go somewhere else. I'm going to have something fun to put up here this weekend. It's just a little tease. And so there you go. So we have 2 more days. I'm getting a little burnt out on Star Wars. I've been talking Star Wars a lot lately. I'm running out of stories and things to talk about besides the figures. So we have 2 more days. We have new troop builders tomorrow, and the reasoning behind those. And then we're going to take a look at the vintage collection exclusives from Walmart. And those will wrap up our Star Wars week. And then I have a little bit of a different video for you on Sunday. And then we get to dig into Toy Box and new McFarlane maybe new Masters, Jurassic Park. We got a ton of other things to talk about. And I'm chomping at the bit to get to those because, again, I'm burned out a little bit on Star Wars because we've just got so much. It's a good problem to have. It's a very good problem to have. So thank you guys for watching tonight. Go to castorscorner.com right now for a close-up gallery of these figures, as well as the archive of our past toy of the days. You can follow us on at Castor's Corner on all social media, and you can check out the Cornercast podcast, which is airing now this week with our friend Vincent from Vasco Toys, and last week's with Lacey Gillerin, where we talk all things Star Wars and pandemic and conventions and stuff. So you can go and check that out. Both on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to that. And while you're subscribing to that, subscribe to this. Should be a subscribe button somewhere over here. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do. And then we get to share them with you and tell these stories and continue building this community. So we really appreciate all the support, and we hope that you continue to join us on the journey to do this work. We are about 36 days away from 6 months, and that's kind of insane. And so we go to the back 6 months after in June. So I'm kind of excited for that. So 2 more days in this shirt for videos, and then we move on to some other things that we have been buying in the interim. So again, thank you Hasbro for Greedo. Thank you Amazon for marking down Obi Wan and not paying exorbitant amounts. And thank you guys for watching, and we will see you tomorrow taking a look at other army builders. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.